Hello, everybody. Welcome to the King of Animus podcast, the only podcast where you get to see us talk about succubuses. I hope we're the only one.
I like how we're still rocking the Vladilena background.
What do you mean by Vladilena background? I don't know what you mean by that.
Vladilena, Sabelina, just non-stop Vlads everywhere.
What do you mean?
You know,
I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't question anything.
I don't know what you're talking about when you say the background's the same. It's always been this.
Top tier gaslighting.
What do you
so
mean?
True.
What is the issue?
You could definitely be like Akito live action. Just based on personality.
What is? Are you saying I'm obsessive?
That's abusive.
Abusive?
Probably misogynistic.
Misogynistic?
Likes getting whipped.
I don't think Akito like that, but...
Oh, well, I meant SeaTactics.
Well, yeah. You know that.
Wait, is Akito misogynistic?
Yeah,
No.
What? Did you watch season 2?
She's very sadistic.
I think we all...
Wait, I don't... Okay, wait, what?
Now I'm a little confused.
I don't know how we have 29 people watching this right now.
Yeah, I don't know what I've done to do this. Hey, everybody in the chat. This is the King of Anime podcast. If you are by chance not familiar with the King of Anime podcast, every season we lock in a plethora of anime, meaning we just pick a bunch of stuff, and we kill or pass it each week. So it takes 2 or more kills to kill something, which means we don't got to watch it anymore. And it takes 2 or more passes to pass something, which means we like it and we want to continue watching it. It's basically a ripoff. Oh my god, Sir Sphinx is back. Satsuki's old. Yeah. Satsuki, what are you doing?
What are you talking about?
It was me, Dio. That's something you would say, Satsuki.
This is how you know Sir Sphinx isn't me. If it was me, I would definitely have like an anime girl as my Avi. Like that's what I do. That's who I am.
And it would be Elsa.
I mean, it would be somebody like, that fits my type.
But maybe that's just what you want to make us think.
Trust me, I'm not that calculated.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think Sasuke would make a whole background pretend that it's not there, full of Vladilinas.
What do you mean? Why would he do that? Have you done that before, Satsuki?
I know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy too. His name rhymes with tree fabrics.
Yeah, I don't know what that would rhyme with. QRW6 says, "What up, KOA? Watched the last episode of World's End Harem, and the last episode had one of the worst animations I've ever seen, and they never explained the bear."
They never explained the bear.
That is hilarious.
QRW6, you are the true GOAT because you actually watched World's End Harem in its entirety.
Woo!
Man.
That's an accomplishment.
It was a show indeed. Probably one of the worst shows we've seen on this series. Up there with X-Arm.
It's up there with X-Arm and what was that other really bad one?
There's a lot of really bad ones. Like that, you saying that does, because to me, you could go the Promised Neverland route.
Oh yeah.
We watched Train Lollies.
We watched 2 episodes.
Bad.
3 minutes long.
Oh, that was so bad. I can't believe we watched that one. End user license agreement vengeance says, "Don't worry, SeaTactics. Lena's timeline-wise is now 18. What does he mean by that? I don't love Lena. We've already proven multiple times through all the slideshows.
Am I going to have to drop the link?
Yeah.
To what?
Okay, hold on 1 second. Stall him, Satsuki.
Stall him? What?
How's the weather, see?
Oops. Went to the wrong thing there for a minute. The weather, I mean, it's pretty nice. Why do you ask?
Oh my goodness. What are you doing?
What am I
Okay,
doing?
never mind. It's back. It's
Yeah,
back.
I accidentally clicked the wrong thing there.
Check that link, y'all.
I thought you were trying to delete all the evidence.
Delete all the evidence.
Since we got a whole bunch of new people watching, for those of you who haven't seen,
Don't click on that.
click on the link
No,
because
it's
you will
edited
see
together.
you will see the greatest confession in the history of mankind, which is SeaTactics showing his love for Vladilena.
Not true.
These are my confessions.
This decrepit storm, is he being taken over by the Russian bots? Vroom.
Rent a Love Hotel.
This is ridiculous, EA. Why would you post that there?
Why? Because,
I'm innocent. This is ridiculous.
someone, you ain't that innocent. I heard that before.
This is ridiculous.
That's every guilty person.
What? I'm not. You know what? Let's just move on to the to viewers' questions in the Google forms.
The
And
two
there's
questions we got.
There we have a form thing in the comment thingy majig, the top thing comment description. Fuck, you know what I'm talking about. You can click on it and ask a question, and we'll answer it on the podcast. First question, honestly, a very good merchandising venture that we could probably look into. But when are the KOA panties coming out as merch material we can buy? Now, I just want to say, not a bad idea. But I feel like this is a man asking this question because there's no way a female watches this podcast.
I mean, that's not true.
Isn't Scarlet Disaster a woman?
I don't know. How would you? It's Scarlet Disaster.
Hey, Scarlet Disaster.
Hello, Scarlet.
We haven't seen Scarlet Disaster in forever. What's up, buddy?
Been a long
Well,
time.
you know what? If we did make a panties one, I have the perfect idea for it. You ready?
Okay.
Hear this. So, Sasuke a long time ago made an edit of us where it was all of us as high school girls.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a great idea to put all of our faces together and have KOA and just put our faces on panties and just King of Anime panties.
Oh, no, you can do this. It's like $45. Yeah. Yeah, you can do this. We can do this. We can sell KOA branded panties.
There you go.
We are going to lose out on profit. We are going bankrupt.
We were in the hole before it even began.
What? It's like $40. What do you mean?
Yeah, $40 for me is like my salary.
Oh my god. It's that low?
Yeah.
Well,
Lemonade stands ain't what they used to be.
well, soon KOA podcast is apparently selling panties.
And organs.
I would go to your lemonade stand if I could, Satsuki.
Thank you. I don't sell lemonade though at my lemonade stand.
Oh.
That's probably why I don't make any money.
Oh shit. Man, I went for lemonade and got something else instead.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they all say.
Well, the next question is, hi guys, T-Money here.
Lemonade tastes
Who the
funny.
hell's T-Money?
I can
It's
take
been a
guess.
while since me and Satsuki have talked. Can I get a shout out? Oh, okay. Satsuki,
This
can you
is
give
likely to
T-Money
be
a shout out?
Perry. This is likely Perry.
Oh, give him a shout out, Satsuki. Give him a shout out.
Fuck you, T Money.
What? Don't say that to him. What did T-Money do to you?
Either it's Perry or Light, in which case it doesn't matter. I have no feelings of affection for him.
What? What have they done to you? They
A
are
lot.
good little beans.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Name one
Like
thing
I
they've done that's
have,
bad.
I have tangible proof. Like this isn't made up in my mind. This is not in some invisible vendetta. I have proof that these people are not good morally, objectively.
Seems like you're using headcanon here.
No.
Yeah, no, Light Ruler says it. Shout out T-Money. Come on, Satsuki. Shout him out.
What is... If only you knew.
We love T-Money here on KOA. Well, that's it for viewer questions. There was only 2. So...
Yes.
Beautiful.
Right. So, I guess that means we got to talk about the first anime on the list, which is 86, episode 23. 23.
Don't you give it.
We done.
Yeah, we are done.
Oof.
We are, man.
You know, Sir Sphinx here says in the chat, as your shadow clone, I don't condone that type of attitude, Satsuki. I think you're having like a Reiner issue here, Satsuki, where you're having a split personality.
Trust me, I don't type like that.
You know, I don't doubt for 1 second that Satsuki would tie me up and leave me stranded to be eaten by a titan.
What? I wouldn't go through. See, you're judging me wrong. Like I would do something very direct. If I wanted to kill you, I'm just going to cut your head off. I'm not going to go the extra mile and try to do all of it. No, I'm just going to do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like something you would do, Sasuke. Why put forth all that effort when you can just slice and you're done?
Yeah. And plus, I don't want you to suffer, see?
Oh. See, he loves you.
Yeah, that's why I would kill you quickly.
Oh my god. All right. 86, episode 23. What'd you guys think?
I feel like it took a long time to get to this point. Definitely. When did we start watching this series? 2020?
Yeah, a long time ago, it seems.
It feels very long, but understandably so. The last 2 episodes were delayed, etc., and so forth. And I'm actually glad that it took that little extra effort to make those final 2 episodes, because the ending was pretty good. I definitely feel like this show, I don't know, there were some parts that just kind of dragged longer than it should have, in my opinion, especially in the second half. Like the first half I loved, but the second half was just took forever. And maybe that's because it took a long time for the episodes to finally be complete. But I feel like the final 2 episodes were like amazing. Like I really loved the last 2 episodes, and overall we got that absolute tender moment. We had the cock tease last week. And then we got the full-on dick and balls this week, so I was so happy. So happy that we finally, that Vlad, your girl, your lover, who's not a widow anymore, got to finally meet
Wait, who's lover?
And the rest of the 86.
Wait, who's lover? Shin's,
Your
right?
lover. Your lover.
No, not me.
You're a lover because you love her. You love her because you love her.
I'm gonna cry. I do, you guys did the whole Shin thing. Frederica.
Yeah.
She got caught by Fido. And she just let out a shriek. I thought that was the funniest stuff.
That's all she did in this episode was whoop, 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 get caught and you know, comic relief, and then all of a sudden, selfie guys, and then just that was it. That was her importance in this whole show, was to be selfie girl.
Selfie girl?
Yeah.
She's reached her peak at selfie girl.
So would you say that's the best thing she's done?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Can we get
everything before then was bullshit. As soon as she was like, let's take a picture, I was like, applause.
Like let's think about this for a second. That I'm not saying that's the best thing that she's done, at least right now, but in hindsight it could be. Because like what if that picture is going to be something that motivates either our girl Lena or our boy Sheen to.
No, it's got to motivate Kurina. She's gonna be single
She's
for the rest of
dying.
her life.
I would say she's motivating herself into the freaking the ground.
Yeah, she's dying. It hasn't.
Oh my
I'm
God.
manifesting it. I'm speaking it into existence.
This is purely headcanon because she is not dying.
Her head's gonna get blasted off with a cannon.
I can see it.
Oh my God.
But I mean, I want to talk about like the best thing that happened this episode. My girl is alive. Thank you. I will take a bow. Annette, we are here. Thank God. I was worried. You know, they had to save the best for last. They showed Lena. Everybody had their little moment. They had their reunion, but Annette is the one I cared about. Thank you. And we got a little Yuri moment. Nice.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you saw that. They did that intentionally.
For me.
And no,
They knew you were watching.
Like who puts their arm around their best friend? Who does that?
A lot of friends do.
While laying together in the bed.
Oh, laying together in bed? Sure. That's
Like,
different.
Sasuke, would I be putting my arm around you in bed if we were just playing?
I mean, you do it, and we're not even like, I don't know, we're not even like married. So
Sasuke, they're not supposed to know about that.
you asked me a question. I thought I was okay.
And I'm just on the outside looking in, just going, well, those two look like they're having fun.
You got to do the classic anime thing. They look like good friends.
Well, we had that in the next anime.
Right. Just to say,
Oh my
youth.
God.
They just look so kawaii.
They're like I have thoughts on kids on the whatever, kids on the fucking
Kids on a blah blah.
But but being serious, this was a good episode. I don't know if it was like the best episode of the season, but it was a solid conclusion. We had we saw a little bit of the destroyed districts. Like it is completely decimated, and we got to see that what are they fucking called? What are they called? The Alba. We're suffering like some of what the 86. They got a little taste of discrimination. Not even really, because like some god was bitching about a kid getting food. Like he had more portions than me. Like they weren't even. Oh, you're talking about the when he said something colored.
Mm-hmm. I was like, you probably shouldn't say that in certain circles.
I mean, Annette called Sheen a filthy colored.
Oh, well,
I still have the screenshot.
And this is why Annette is never getting with Shin.
Well, we don't want Shin. She wants me.
She's a self-hating 86.
You're not an Alba born of pure blood though, Satsuki.
So I think she can, like modify her preferences now. I mean, all of her potential husbands are probably dead now.
This is true.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Might as well add me to the list. Not dead, but husband.
Or did it seem like the destruction of the Republic was kind of like glossed over?
I feel like that's something that gets lost in light novel to anime. I feel like if we were to read the light novel, like they would describe that in more detail. I do think it's glossed over.
Okay.
But yeah, for sure, because we could have went more in detail about the devastation that happened. Like we saw it a little bit. We saw how they were suffering and whatnot, but it's kind of like they just moved on quickly from it. It's like, okay, Lena's back. Let's go to Lena.
Right. I feel like that was just very glossed over to me, and I was just kind of a little confused, but at the same time, I was like, oh, okay, I guess their village, not village, but their town was destroyed. There's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be something where it's just like it reads better than watches better.
I'm
That's what it
sure.
could be. Well, I mean, I am reading the light novels for it currently, and it is very descriptive. So, yeah.
How's Vladilena in them?
Well, Volume 2 is basically the second half of Season 1 that we just watched. So, she's not in it. Besides
Oh,
the first,
so disappointing.
the first 10 or so pages.
I gotcha.
You know what I wanted to see more of? I wanted to see more of Lena's relationship with the other 86.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that. Now, and I'm not talking about like our guys like Anju,
Cyclops?
Sheen, and yeah, like Cyclops and her squad. I would have liked to see, because we when we fast forward to Red Streak Lena, it's kind of like her relationships with them were already established. She was the bloody Regina and whatnot, but I wanted to see more of how they treated her and how she treated them. We saw a little glimpse of it, but I wanted more.
Do you think they're going to incessantly tease Lena about Shin? Like how the 86 teases Shin?
Wait. Yes.
They kind of already started whenever she introduced herself, and they were all just kind of snickering, just like trying to hold back their laughter. It's like, yeah, we know who you are.
Ernst reviewed over a fanfic they wrote about the two. It was like they wrote a fanfic about like a boy meets girl story for Shin and Lena. And Ernst is like, oh, I like this. This is a good idea. And like Theo made like a bunch of fan art. Oh my god. It was shipping. That's what they were doing.
And you know Karaina's gonna write a critique of it. This story fucking sucks.
No, she apparently has won because she has accepted herself as the sister. So she is the lonely aunt.
Oh,
she is.
So she basically gave up.
She did.
Hate
To
to
be
break
fair,
it to you.
I don't want
This
to
is
see
anime.
Freaking at the very end, it looked they foreshadowed them holding hands.
They did.
That is the ultimate thing that leads to sex in anime.
Yeah. I mean, that is sex. in anime.
Oh, right. That's pretty much just sex in some
they were
circles.
about to have sex in front of the 86.
Well, they're not people, so.
God.
Oh my god, Decrepit Storm says Kurna would be like a Jaegerist criticizing those fanfics. well, no, if it's fanfics, the Jaegerist would love it. Sick diss.
What is
that
it?
Only Satsuki
Attack on Titan Requiem? Oh, God. Jesus.
I haven't read that yet. I don't think I am. I heard it's just really edgy.
I'm not. I'm not.
We'll talk more about that later because this episode of Attack on Titan this week was the Jaegerist, man. They're out there. Concern trolling. Ugh, they're in everywhere. They're concern trolling all across the internet right now.
Is there anything else I wanted to add on? Okay. I'm a little confused at what Lena's position is right now. Like, who exactly has authority right now?
Ernst.
Over, this includes the Republic now?
No, it seems like the Republic is led by somebody else, but who it is, it's not really said. I mean, it was
led
never
by
said in
Stu.
the first place. I mean, pretty much. Like, all we know is the person above Lena currently is the guy named Stu.
See, that's what I was confused on. Like, why did Lena accept this? Because them being like this mobile kind of independent unit, I'm like, okay, but like, why exactly? Like, who ordered this?
Also, is her uncle dead?
Her uncle, yeah,
Maybe.
her uncle is very dead.
I mean, we didn't even see him die. He just kind of said, I don't agree with what you're doing, but I'm gonna fight this war. Peace out. And then just died off screen.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what happened. Sacrifice himself.
I don't like that, especially by how they just barely showed the Republic at all getting like trampled on and everything, and then the uncle just dies off screen. And
Well, he's not an important character.
no, I mean, someone's uncle would have to be important to them, and she just kind of like brushes it off, like, "Well, uncle, guess you're dead now."
I think I said it when the episode rolled around. I was like, "Yeah, he's he's dead." that was his eulogy right there.
Pretty much like, well, I'll gather up these pieces of paper that represent the 86.
Well,
But uncle, fuck you.
what you said, Satsuki, about who approved of the order, Ernst and the Giadian Empire did. The military did. There was that whole scene where they were like, "We didn't think you would agree to this plan because of your attachment to the 86." And he was like, "Yeah, I know, but the Legion is going to kill us if we don't do anything, so we'll form this mobile strike unit to take out most important Legion targets to basically stop them."
I guess my question is more of like, how does the Republic still have like a military in use still?
No, that was
like that's
wasn't
more
the
of my
Republic.
question.
That was the Giadian Empire.
No, I'm not talking about that conversation. I'm talking about when Lena met up with the guy who had the 2 pictures on his desk.
Oh, that's probably just what's left. I mean, Lena explained that they used all they had to just hold the line, and it was the Giadian Empire that came in and saved them because their military fell. So it's whatever is left, pretty much. It's probably just a bunch of random group assortment of people.
Okay.
SeaTactics is in there.
Why would I be in there?
I will fight for Lena.
Right, you would fight for Lena. You would fight with your pants down or up.
I would never.
I would never wear pants when I'm with Lena.
What are pants?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
What is underwear?
Well, I mean, EA, soon we're going to be selling KOA branded panties.
That's right. Can we get some based off of Keijo too?
No, we would need a whole bikini set.
We can have a move set.
I wonder with... I didn't think about this. So, because I know I was like hyping up Annette, but now Annette has an opportunity to meet up with Sheen. So I wonder how that conversation is going to go between those two. Because I expect them to meet up eventually. That might actually spark a cool conversation, or it could just be very simple. Because it is Sheen. He might just be like, "Fuck you."
Oh, I remember you. You pointed and laughed as they took me away.
Curveball, they get together.
That'll be like
Very sad. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Disapprove. I'm going to be the Karena then. Disapprove. Don't like.
Both Karena and Vladimir would be like, "What?" with their mouths open and everything, just going, "What the fuck just happened?"
They're staring at each other.
They're both like, "I thought at least he would have picked me or you, but he picked her."
Me and Karena are definitely working together to break them apart. It's going to be the most disgusting collab ever.
I got triggered for a moment, like PTSD flashbacks. Nathaniel Duncan in the chat says, "Now that 86 is over, I'm going to rewatch Code Geass." And I have been so like on edge when Jaegerists show up, because it's a Jaegerist if they say anything about Code Geass. So I was frightened for a moment, Nathaniel. You scared me.
Something.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza,
Product
pizza.
placement.
Right. I freaking love that anime. been years since I've seen it.
Yeah.
When am I watching it again?
And also with Annette there, and possibly a link up between her and Sheen, she can maybe make upgrades to the pair raids. Probably.
Oh yeah.
She has the, and because Frederica is there, she also has the gifts, so maybe she can work with that as well.
There was also the stuff as well with Shin cooking and them all being surprised with how good the cooking was. Like Anju was like, "This is so good," and I actually in my video, I was like, I thought Anju hated it, and somebody had to point out, and I was like, oh, she thought it was so good that she had to go to Raiden to tell Raiden about it.
Yeah, because they said that it's not that because they were describing his cooking. He was like, it's not that it's bad. It's just that he doesn't give any effort. He doesn't care. And it kind of fits his personality. He's just like, it's food, whatever. I'm not going to put any care into this. We're all going to die.
Well, not anymore. They're going to live happily ever after, besides Kurina, who's probably going to die alone.
They got to see the sea.
She's going to die happily ever after.
Does anyone here, and this goes for the chat as well, does anybody here think Kurina will ever have any interest from any male? Ever?
Wait, are you saying will somebody be interested in her, or will she show interest in somebody else?
Will somebody be ever interested in Kurina?
Maybe. Probably not, though. Like, her character archetype just doesn't get interest from other people. That's usually how it goes.
I'd say not real men, but like robotic men.
What? What does that mean?
Like, no guy in the world would like her, but robotic men, oh yeah, they're programmed to like her, so she's gonna get some.
Where are they getting robot men?
I mean, do you see all the robots in the damn show? I could imagine they would build a robotic man for Kurina. Yeah, give Kurina a drone.
I think it's gonna be Kiri.
Kitty, he's just a head.
Kitty Sue.
Oh,
what's he gonna do? Just being a head? You know what? Never mind.
Decrepit Storm says a lot of really charged shit here. Says if C gets denied by Lena long enough, Kurina might be the only option.
Damn,
man. No, that's definitely a downgrade.
I mean, I think I would. Oh, man, Kurina's not. What? Is just bullying Kurina just the way?
She's not even like a bad person.
No, she's kind of nice.
She just sucks.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh my god, look at this. Satsuki, this is your other alt. Naked HD XYZ all strips without clothing.
I want to say, somebody, quick, before they strip without clothing.
They're spamming. What? Oh my god.
Thank you, Satsuki.
Ooh.
NC.
Remember, guys, get your online strips without clothing.
Fuck you, naked HD XYZ online strips without clothing! Exclamation point.
You know what it is? It's because we were talking about panties earlier.
Oh yeah, no, they want some of that KOA branded underwear.
It's a cost of success.
Ugh, it's the worst.
But at what cost? Everything.
Decrepit Storm says this makes the Russians look like nothing in comparison.
The Vum.
Yeah, I like the Vum better.
Yeah, it's Vum isn't hard. Is harmless. The Naked HD is like you're just asking for trouble.
Like, everything about them pisses me off. Their name is in all caps. I don't like their Avi. Then the emojis are whack. No correlation. Just terrible time.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Vum
make
is
any
fun
sense.
though.
Now Vum is
It
implied
pisses off C.
Well, yeah, because damn Russian bots coming in here every single goddamn week, trying to take my tree fitty.
They took our job.
Fit it.
Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler is back in the chat. Says I did think some of the animations of Kurno were really good this episode. Lots of personality in her strut with the jacket, her chucking the photo at Theo, etc.
Her getting her heart broken and her going.
She's just very accepting of becoming the lonely aunt.
She's gonna be the fucking old lady that has a bunch of cats in her house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
She's gonna be those mythical hot single aunts that are always in anime that make no sense.
Yeah. No. I disagree.
She's gonna be the old lady known as Bachan.
I can't see Karina as some hot, mature woman. I can't see it. I don't think her personality allows it.
Come here, Mr. Whiskers. Let me pet you. That's a good kitty.
Well, she is definitely going to be a cat lady, that's for sure. No, she would be into dogs, right? Because she is the dog lady, so...
She has more of a dog personality.
She's a lost puppy, for sure.
She wore dog ears in that one episode.
I don't remember the episode. I try to block Karina.
It had a Kirschblut in it.
I like Kirschblut, but I hate EA.
Oh my god. Well, what are we giving this episode Killer Pass?
Through thick and thin, through weird, crazy crushes and everything, I gotta give it a pass. You know,
I will survive.
I don't know if they're gonna have a season 2 of this. If they do, it's gonna be like 5 years before we see it. But I wouldn't mind seeing it just to see what else happens.
Man, didn't think I would make it this far. Thought it was gonna be dropped at one point. Stuck with it.
Me too.
Had a decent time. No complaints, at least with this episode. So yeah, it is a pass for me.
I mean, pass. Great stuff. All right. Let's move on to kids on the block. Black? The block.
That's what it's gonna be known as now. I hope you know. Kids on the block. Kids on the skirt.
So this episode threw the kitchen sink and all of the tropes at you, all in one goddamn episode. I was impressed. That was crazy. They went all out.
So you said all the tropes. Let's go around the table, name our like favorite or least favorite trope. Just name a trope.
Oh man.
I like you, but won't admit it and won't say it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think the one is they kiss at the end. I think that's my most hated one.
Oh yeah, right. It's like 50 episodes for them to finally kiss. Right.
Yeah, they should have probably done it in episode 3.
My favorite trope that's like I've had this theory for a while, but every time anime or manga proves me right. Relationships do not progress, or no. Here's a theory. When a character gets sick, they use that as an excuse to push a relationship, but don't.
Yeah.
When you see progression, they don't finalize it because the person is sick. And we got that this episode. Granted, you would think like there would be like some concrete things that they would have to stand on because he did admit that he loved her. He fucking yelled it. But again, they used the whole thing as someone being an excuse. So, whatever character can go over there, take care of them, whatever. It's an excuse for them to get together, and usually they take care of them, nurse them to health, and that leads to some awkward moment. They progress the relationship. But yeah, we kind of got that because he said he loved her, was about to kiss, fucking faints. Jesus Christ.
The dude.
It was a trope within a trope.
Well, I think he was gonna kiss her, and then he just was like, I'll get you sick. And then she was like, I don't care. I want COVID. And then he passed out.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, he had nuclear sickness. Like, he had the
I want the Spanish flu. Give it to me.
Like, he could barely fucking walk. Like, it's like his limbs were brittle. Like, it was crazy.
Calm down. It's a Japanese cold. We know how it goes.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that one KOA podcast where Satsuki was like, when somebody catches a cold, they're like dying. And this is what it looked like. He looked like he was dying.
He was sweating. He was like, get the fuck away from me. And then he's like, no, I love you. Please.
I like how she was like going to him, and he was like, no, stay there. I'll come to you.
Right. I'm a badass, and I'm sweating, drenching, pouring buckets.
Like, I get it. It's hard to move when you're sick, but I mean, come on.
I like when the cousin saw all this unfolded, and she's just like, wow. I'm like, he just fucking fainted. Like, what the fuck? Help him.
She's like,
what did I just see?
Like,
she's
like so
which
romantic.
is like, also really funny that she can see the door is clearly open, and she's yelling away from the door.
Right, it's like she was talking to the audience for breaking the fourth wall for a second.
She saw a drone. This is 1960s Japan. What the hell? Drone, help! It was a Legion. That's what it was.
Oh God.
It was Kiri.
Well, Kitty.
Kitty.
It was Fido.
It's Fido.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the guy doing the beat thing to Fido randomly.
Oh, yeah.
Does he speak robot? I forgot about that.
I like when Fido jumps in the way of Vladilena, and Shin puts his arm in front of Vladilena, like, no, this is my woman.
Isn't Fido dead?
Well, he's very alive.
They explained it as basically
he's a human inside of a robot.
They kept like the vital parts of him to make him still Fido, and they replaced the parts basically. That's what it was.
So they replaced his wiener with a bigger one.
No, that's not what I just said.
So yeah, there was also the whole trope of her walking in on him while he's bathing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there was that. Fuck. If I had $1 for every time they did that shit in anime, I wouldn't need this. I'd be millionaire.
It's true. It's true. And they had like a whole deep ass conversation while he's in the bath, and I'm like, man, there is like other places to have these conversations.
No.
It's like
here and now.
Can you wait till I'm like fully clothed?
At one point, I was just like, you know what? Invite her in. Just have her sit down. You're already in the tub anyways. She's not going to see anything.
Yeah. Have the condensation drips drip down her back.
What?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, that sounded wrong. Because he was like in the bathhouse and he was just like, that's cold because of the condensation was dripping from the top. I don't know.
Do you think?
I thought poorly of that execution.
What were you going to say, C?
I was going to say, I killed him.
I was going to say, what do you guys think about the mitts?
I mean, I feel like
Trashy
that's I was going to say, I feel like that's something you can get at a thrift store. But, I mean, it's a thought that counts, I guess.
I like what was in his head where he was like, wait, did she make him a full sweater and use the remnants or the remainder of just to give me mitts? And she's just like, here you go, bitch.
No, that was actually funny. I mean, that's a little moment that just shows his insecurity and what they were trying to bring home, his lack of self confidence, which we've been seeing throughout the entirety of the show. Um, my only issue is I feel like he should have been able to pick up on some signals. Like I could understand not feeling like she's into you or whatever, but man, like how oblivious can you be?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He most
yeah.
certainly can be.
It's almost, I will say, in that regard, it's almost as bad as, say, like Gojo and Marin.
I disagree.
I don't know.
I think Gojo and Marin are kind of like, well, especially this most recent episode, kind of no.
Well, what I mean, not really what happened in this episode, just more in the beginning of the series. How he would
Okay.
always just flail about. Like, it was almost like that.
Yeah, I suppose.
Ashbourne says you're simping for Lena, huh? Is that talking to Satsuki?
No, what?
Are you
Don't say
simping
anything
for
about
Lena,
Lena.
Satsuki?
I want to say this is your channel, see.
What do you mean?
I know who he's talking to.
Who's he talking to? Who is he referring to when he says that?
SeaTactics.
He's talking to,
Yeah, what?
you know, what is that can of tuna? You know, chicken of the sea. This is the simping of sea.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking
Simping
about. Anyways,
of sea.
moving on because nothing you said was very important. Sentaro, that whole stuff.
Yeah,
Listen.
the beginning when he just kind of is like looking at the picture and just kind of like washes his hands away from it. I really like that.
They're back?
What?
Bum! No, the fucking naked. God damn it!
Oh my god. They have accounts everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
This is ridiculous.
These
These Russians, they need to be stopped.
Sataro's a real man. Kind of just he took the L on the chin. He just kept it pushing pretty much. He didn't really address it much. And it's like what I kind of don't I kind of dislike the how oh my god, why am I forgetting his name?
Huh?
I'm just going to call him Bone.
Richie
Bone.
or Bon?
Bone.
What are we talking about?
I kind of dislike that he's treating Sentaro's quote unquote love for
Eureka. Yeah.
Eureka? Like so fucking serious. Like honestly, it was just a crush. It was just infatuation. He didn't really have that much to like have in common with her. He didn't talk to her much. It's just, but I guess it's just a cultural difference because we see a lot of times relationships in high school or the relationships characters end up with, at least in anime. But usually at least in our culture, it's like the person you date in high school probably isn't going to be the person you end up with, more than likely. But again, how that relates to what I was just talking about, it's like, why do you think he's that hurt? Like he was like, I gotta shield him from the rumors of what's happening and whatever. It's like, it's not that serious. He liked the girl, she didn't like him back. Yeah, just end it. Cool. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah. I almost feel like he's kind of doing that to kind of, I don't know, maybe that's kind of like something he's thinking about his relationship with Richan, and maybe that, I don't know. He wants to react that way, but he can't, so then instead he just does it for Centauro, and Centauro's just like, I'm good. I don't care about her anymore. She's got her own life, and now I'm moved on, and now Richie just needs to move and do his own thing. Because, come on, man, come on, you playing the piano, and she loves you.
I'm sorry. I will. This is probably my 4th time saying this. This should be a yaoi. Like this should be a yaoi. Kaoru said something in this episode where I was like, he just fucking confirmed what I've been saying this whole time.
I know what
he
you're
said,
talking about.
He was talking about Centauro to Ritsuko, and then he was like, he was basically downplaying himself and hyping up Centauro, but he said something like, he's so handsome and he takes my breath. He takes my breath away once in a while. I was like, what? What? I'm not gonna skip over that. Like, what the fuck?
I mean,
like, just make this a yaoi. They're way more compatible than the other girls that they like.
when you see my muscles busting out of my tight black shirt, doesn't it take
I?
See?
For me, it's not muscles. It's my fat.
Well, we have something in common.
My shirt's a little too tight.
I got me a Spidey Man tee on right now.
Nice. I'm wearing KOA.
Oh shit!
I'm just wearing a blank
company
t-shirt.
man.
Wow.
It's Mondays, so I'm a company man.
QRW6 says too much yaoi baiting. Do you think it's yaoi baiting? I don't think it's yaoi baiting.
I don't think this is an instance of yaoi baiting, really. I could be wrong because maybe when it comes to Yuri, I'm too hypersensitive of it, and with yaoi, I gotta like see more evidence just because I don't see it too often. I don't think it's yaoi baiting, but it's probably like reaching on the threshold of that for sure. Like I said, for me, these characters have more chemistry. Like, when I say more chemistry, it's way more. Because I guess like the best pairing in this show would be Ritsuko and Kaoru. Like, they would be the best pair because they seem to like each other. They're fond of each other. They're friends. But other than that, like, no, yeah, it should be Kaoru and Centauro. They have the best relationship. Yeah. Make it happen.
So is Ritsuko a Kurina? Or is she just, she's going to find somebody else?
I mean, she's a Kurina to Centauro.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what this reminds me of? This, not saying this show in its totality, but just what I'm talking about with, like, these characters should get together, but it's not going to happen. It kind of reminds me of Nana. Like, if you watch Nana, Nana Osaki and Nana Hachi, because that's not her last name. It's like Komatsu. Hachi and Nana Osaki should have been a pair. By all accounts, they were the most compatible in that series. But yeah, it just didn't happen. Just didn't happen.
Aaron Decker says, "Hey guys, thanks for your content." No, they're back. Leave.
What the?
Leave, bots. Go away.
I mean, can't you ban them?
Yeah, we do. They just keep coming back with alts.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Anyways, Aaron Decker says, "Hey guys, thanks for your content. Life has been stressful lately, and listening to YouTubers like you is nice. Thank you. Well, thank you, Aaron. I hope your life calms down. You get to relax."
Appreciate it, Aaron.
We're gonna have to donate more wrenches. But yes, thank you, Aaron. Yeah, well, not thank you, but you're. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome, and yeah, we appreciate what you listening to us. Sorry, I'm distracted by the fucking shit.
Decrepit Storm says, "How many accounts do they have? Too much. Too much.
Who wants to be a wrench?"
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I like. I think her name is Sachiko. Sentaro's little sister, like the oldest little sister.
Mm-hmm.
I like her nickname for Kaoru, Boni-chan. They're like, that was so creative. Like, I was like, wait, that's actually a great nickname. and I like Kaoru spending time with his siblings. Like, it was just good wholesome fun until he got peed on. That was kind of hilarious though.
He's just like do. It's pretty warm here. Oh shit, you did.
Because I replayed that scene back. You can see when she like does it. Like she has kind of like this smirk on her face. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is wrong with these kids?
I agree.
Oh yeah. But we're headed towards drama.
Drama
because of
Island.
the way it ended.
'Cause daddy's home for your ass.
And now, and he let go of his girlfriend, Samantha.
Yeah. Fuck. So he's forever alone.
Yep. And I guess now there's only 2 episodes left. What do you think's gonna happen?
Kaoru's gonna realize his one true love is Sentaro, and Ritsuko is gonna get with Fang Boy.
Ew.
Yeah,
They
it's probably
don't
not the
even
best
talk
pairing,
to each
but it's
other.
all I got at this point for this theory, so we'll work with it.
I mean, with what we have left to work out, there's this, I forgot what it was. I don't know if it's a talent show, festival, whatever. But Sentaro and Kaoru supposed to work together for this event. I'll just say event coming up. Obviously, with Sentaro's father coming into the fray, that has been interrupted. I don't know if that's going to be resolved. I feel like it has to, because considering Sentaro helped out Kaoru with his mother, I feel like he owes it to Sentaro to help him out with this situation and get that resolved. I feel like it may just get resolved in the next episode, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll fast forward with the relationships in the following episode. You know, it's not much left to do, so that's where I see things. They gotta rock out one more time.
They have to.
Absolutely, and they gotta like, you know, remember that racist guy?
Yes.
He's gotta like come back, and they gotta like, we're dedicating this song to this racist guy, and it's literally
They're
just
not.
I don't think they care about racist guy.
And then they're just gonna be like, 1, 2, fuck you, racist guy, you're terrible and dumb.
I don't think he's gonna be there.
Yeah, I think he's long gone.
I think he was only there because he was drinking.
Mhm.
Courtney, I assume this is Courtney Cox of Friends fame, says, came for 86, missed it, but sticking around for AOT. And it's interesting hearing about kids on the slope. I mean, kids on the block?
I don't watch Friends every day, but I have it like playing in the background every day. So it's funny that you mentioned that.
Friends is good. We like Friends.
I
You talking
found
about
out.
the show?
Yeah, the show.
I'm one of the only people that thinks it's overrated, and I don't like it.
No, there's actually a big fandom of. I've seen it on Twitter where they don't like it. I was kind of surprised because I thought everybody liked the show.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe it is overrated. It just depends on like how you view it.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
not.
How
really
you
fond of it.
doing?
How
The only
you
good
doing?
thing about it is
My God.
what is that?
Janice, I think that's her name.
Yeah, I think
Joey's
so.
sister.
Oh, you're talking about the show.
Oh.
Sir Sphinx says, "Yup, I'm definitely his alt now." Satsuki, listen. Stop it. Get some
Why
help.
would I admit that?
Because you're like Reiner. You're calling out for help.
No, I'm
Are we
not.
gonna have to like?
I
have
think
a
he's
campfire?
Reiner when he wants to sleep.
Maybe good point.
He didn't even get to sleep
He did. He slept through the rumbling.
for a little bit until like, fuck, they kicked his ass awake.
Annie kicked him in the face.
Annie is a jerk.
And then and then John did it later.
John punched him square in the face multiple times. But yeah, he did kick him too. He's like, wake up. Do you forgive me too? Hell no. Get out of here, Annie.
Suffer boy.
Well, at least we still got Hitch. Somewhere.
Do we?
Hitch is great.
I know that.
But Hitch is eating a pie by her lonesome now because of Annie being a jerk again.
Yeah, and he performed and executed the Hitch ditch.
Terrible person.
She really is.
I like her though.
She's
Why does
gonna stuff
everybody-
her face
why does
full
everybody-
and then just...
Why does everybody end up ditching Hitch?
Because they don't understand the true value of her.
Got Marlo.
I do, of course. But he died, so he ditched her too. Should never
Well,
die.
no. Hitch was like, stay here, stay in the MPs, and Marlo's like, Hitch, what do you know? I'm like, it's Hitch. What are you doing? Marlo, pure Marco energy right there, and of course he paid for it with his life.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a
Whatever
fucking
happened to
idiot.
Boris? Did Boris die?
Fuck is Boris?
The guy that told Hitch not to tease Annie because she may have like trauma.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is.
He was
Me
the other
neither.
guy that wasn't Marlo.
That narrows it down.
It
You
should.
just... It's the other guy, you know, the one with the thing and the stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Also-
literally Boris.
So
Down to a T.
I'm just gonna assume he's dead.
I mean, it is AOT.
If I don't see them for a while, I'm just gonna assume they're fucking dead.
Yeah, well, it happens to the best of us. Yeah, good episode. I really enjoyed it. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm interested in what the drama is going to be with his father. I mean, I feel like what happened in his childhood can't happen now because he's fucking huge. Like, but I don't know. I feel like they could go so many different avenues with this. Maybe like because he said his father changed or whatever, but it seems like he's packing up his things. So like they could go the route where his father is still the same person and maybe he like protects his siblings. They could go this route to where his father has actually changed, but because he hasn't fully confronted his feelings of the past, like maybe there's still some leftover resentment. They could do that. It's a lot of good things that could happen with his father returning. So I'm interested. But most of all, I'm interested in what Kaoru is going to do to help Sentaro, because you got to help your boy out. He's always there for you. You got to be there for him.
What
Right.
if his father is like the evil version of Takeo from My Love Story?
I haven't watched My Love Story.
It's been years. Isn't that the guy? Wait.
That's
Isn't that the
The
really
big guy.
The really
the
big
guy-
dude, right?
Yeah, the big dude that has the
You
really
know-
small, cute girlfriend.
You know that guy who's the really big guy? Same voice actor of Hachiman.
So there you go.
I was like, whoa.
There you go.
But yeah, he like tried to make out with his
They're
friend.
fucking
That
back.
was weird.
They're back. Stop. Stop, Russian bots. Be gone. You shall not pass.
Show.
They are relentless.
They do
They want
not.
us to know about those online chicken strips.
I don't think that's what they're selling. My Yuri.
Is this KFC trying to freaking promote on my turf? You got to pay me first, KFC.
Fuck KFC. Give me Popeyes. That
I
shit's
agree.
delicious.
I agree. KFC sucks.
I think I want some Popeyes after this.
Would like something to eat after this.
Even Bojangles is better than KFC. I feel like they have fallen.
I've never had Bojangles. They're slowly coming out here. But
I like KFC.
They're pretty good.
KFC.
You like KFC?
I don't care. They always fuck up my order.
Yes, they
do.
always
fuck up your order too. I swear to God, like
every time.
It's everywhere. You go anywhere, it's like they forgot the fucking mac and cheese or the gravy.
Oh, that's the worst. And here's the thing, their mac and cheese ain't that great. How can you fuck that up?
Apparently, because I have a friend who was living in Jamaica. Apparently, the KFC in Jamaica is like to die for. It's like so much different from our KFC.
I believe it.
Even Bojangles has way better biscuits than KFC. I'm calling it right now.
Popeye's biscuits are like to die for, but you actually die eating them.
Sir Sphinx says Chick-fil-A is my
I'll take
fave.
those chances.
Satsuki, you can tell us it's you. If you like Chick-fil-A, it's fine.
I like Chick-fil-A. I said it myself. That is how I roll. I'm not going to go a roundabout way of creating a fucking alt to tell you this basic information. That is not me.
I like their waffle fries. I feel like Chick-fil-A has gone down over the years, but their waffle fries, mwah. Love their waffle fries.
Chick-fil-A is good, but for one, the Chick-fil-A quote unquote near me is like 20 minutes away. And then even when you go there, the line is wrapped up
There's
all around.
Line. I swear to God, there is.
It's terrible. Like I felt like I was in Maze Runner or some shit going to Chick-fil-A.
The fact that they're that busy and can still be closed on Sunday is just like, they must be doing well for themselves.
They put an emphasis on their customer service, and like their customer service from every Chick-fil-A I've been has been top notch.
Do they always say my pleasure?
Yes, they do.
They always say my pleasure too.
Yeah. There's like, they make sure they have that down packed. I gotta show you some videos of this guy who does like the parody on Chick-fil-A managers and whatever. If you remind me, I'll show you. It's pretty funny.
Cool.
Well, I guess it's time to move on to the next anime. Let's talk about
I went on a food tangent. That's my bad.
Marin.
Money.
Episode 11. This was the Succubus one.
This is a good episode.
Tell us what a succubus is.
Well, you see, Satsuki, the savage, a succubus is someone that they come to you in a dream. They are a spawn of Satan himself, and they give you lewd dreams. But as well, that's exactly what they sound like. I think that's one right there. We caught one. KOA.
My bad. I'll wake up.
So, when you have sex with them, and you ejaculate, they literally suck out your life force through your ejaculate, and you die.
So you're saying if I bust a nut, I will literally die?
Yes.
Yeah, the potential to die. Yes.
That depends on the succubus too. If it's if it's a succubus from
well, we don't mess with those succubus because those other
Mongoose.
succubus, that's a way out. If you're gonna play with fire, you got to play with fire, right?
I mean, Sato Sensei is pretty hot.
That's just what they want you to think.
Well, she's in the manga. She's even better. what is it called? My Monster Girls, Little Monster Girls, or something. Anyway, yeah, it's a good show and a good manga. I recommend everybody watch/read.
Well, what did you guys like about this episode? Because I didn't like this episode at all.
It brought them closer. Their relationship.
I like a part that you probably aren't going to like, and that's like the last scene. Like, I don't know, it's stupid comedy of him.
The one where they're leaving the room, and then it's another woman. She's like, "Oh, they're in high school, young love."
No, I'm talking about like the scene of the
bulge?
episode.
Oh,
Yes, his gay bulge.
Gay?
I mean, that was a pretty straight bulge from what I saw.
Yeah,
But
it's so fucking stupid because he asked her to get on top of her, and like, because he's in the moment of,
right,
I gotta get this right, I gotta get this shot, and he's so focused on that he isn't really even thinking about like what he's actually asking her to do or the situation he's in. And Mari's like, she's kind of hesitant. She's like, oh, okay. And then she gets caught up in a moment like, oh, great picture, blah, blah, blah. And then it finally sinks in like what he asked her and what he's doing. And the horny kicks in. It's so fucking stupid.
well, you gotta remember what kind of started that. It was they heard from the other room, and then all of a sudden that just kicked it into gear where it was like, wait a minute, oh my god.
The part that got me was when he said, Mari, get off.
Right.
He was so desperate.
He grabbed her sides, and then she let out a little moan herself, and then basically the light switched off magically with the phone just landing perfectly on the light switch. And then, you know, teens do what teens do. It was just one of those moments where it was like, well, first of all, I knew something was going to interrupt them. That's another fucking trope I hate in anime, where you think they're going to do something, and it's just like, nope. Someone walks in, phone rings, you know, someone else's bulge comes in the scene. You know, anything interrupts the scene, and it's annoying. But I just the intensity. They're just like, we should just do it just to break the tension, and then just ring. But I at least appreciate this ring just because they were calling, because to remind them, your time is up. Either pay us more money or get out.
No, it's probably, we have called you about your car's extended warranty.
No, that's...
They called you about VUM.
Vum.
Would you like VUM?
They just talk about online strips of chicken.
But yeah, that was very, like, admittedly, a very stupid moment, but sometimes stupid moments make me laugh.
Mm-hmm. And then and I think they pretty much are in love with each other now. Freaking Gojo went home to beat his meat while pounding his head for some reason, and I'm sure Maureen's doing something.
He has to repent.
Oh my, no, Satsuki.
You
What?
raised me up.
This isn't Berserk.
That is exactly what
gonna-
I was thinking about when
She's not
you
gonna
said
flail
that too.
herself.
Well, I was thinking of Moscas, but I guess you can frame it in the form of Farnese too.
Poor Farnese.
I love Farnese.
I think we all love Farnese.
But oh, I like the fact that they poke fun of the long ass titles. I don't know if this was an isekai or whatever, but
Oh yeah, suck a dick.
the full name.
That's what they called it. Suck a dick.
No, it's Suck IDK. It's not Suck a Dick.
Suck a
That's
dick.
what I thought it said.
See,
When I was reading that, I
It's-
was like, suck a
It's
dick? What
it's
the
Suck
fuck?
IDK.
suck a dick.
Suck? I don't know.
It is not Suck a Dick. It doesn't have an A in it at all.
Suck a dick. It's what it
Or
is.
without A, it's just suck dick.
I mean,
or
I guess that's how I was reading it too, but still, like,
See?
because okay,
Suck a
the
dick.
full name is I'm a mega best-selling high school student light novel author that has a succubus thirsty for me every night, and I don't know what to do. That's where the IDK comes from. I don't know.
I think that's a literal, actual light novel, by the way. Or not light novel,
Maybe.
but a manga. I've read something like that before.
it's funny because the little panels that they were showing, she's terrible at doing her job, and the guy's just distracting her by just like, here's some chocolate, yay, chocolate. And then, like, I think the other scene beforehand, she fell asleep trying to make him fall to sleep.
I feel like it's just Jahi.
Yeah,
Like
That's
that's
pretty
the
much-
comedy of Jahi.
Suck a dick?
Like, no, not suck a dick. Just like the character failing at whatever they do. Yeah, that's pretty much Jahi.
Not suck a dick. Right?
Stop saying that.
What? What am I saying?
You like saying it.
It's suck a dick. I mean, that's what it's called.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, but yeah, that's how I read it. I'm trying to think what else
Oh,
in this episode.
I like how Gojo's a normie.
He's
Because
a normie.
it gives you the perspective of how people would absorb like certain synopses and summaries and how you explain anime. Because like I can imagine if I just explain like a friend who doesn't watch anime at all, like the plot of Kill I Kill, they'd be like, wait, so they get half naked and they get more powerful and they're fighting in a high school and this girl has a light shining behind her every time out of nowhere. What?
And then the whole trying to explain this. No, trust me, it's good. It's good. You have to watch it.
It's just kind of one of those things to where, like, this is King of Anime. We've all absorbed anime enough to where it's like, you can explain a premise to us and it could be weird as hell to the average person, but us being anime fans, we're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Like suck a dick. It's normal to me.
He's just gonna keep saying it, Sasuke, at this point.
There's nothing I can do.
As for me, I just found it really slow and boring. The contents were whatever. It just seemed like another episode to get more fan art, more attention on Twitter. That's it. Whatever.
Man.
Better than last week's episode, in my opinion.
There was a lot more stuff that happened in this episode than last week. I will definitely admit that. I still thought it was funny, the whole, I so love him.
Yeah, no, that's fun.
This episode did make me look up how love hotels work exactly, because even though I've heard it in many anime, I didn't really understand it completely.
Me and Hollow looked up like a bunch of love hotels one time. Don't ask. And some of them are crazy. Like some of them are just like just they serve you food and everything. Like it's just might as well just go there to just chill out.
Yeah, well, let me kind of
just to chill.
let me kind of explain it for the people that might not know. Well, I'll just explain it in my ignorance, because I'm pretty sure I don't know everything there is to know. But it's pretty much just a hotel like rented on hours rather than like, because you get a hotel like you get it for a day or whatever, days. But as far as I'm aware, with love hotels, it's like you get it for hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's like it works like that. Like you usually aren't going to stay there overnight or longer than 24 hours. They provide you with stuff like, they provide you stuff like food, tea, sex toys, condoms, adult.
I like how she said there
channels.
was a massager. That wasn't a massager.
Yeah. that kind of disgusted me. I'm like, because that made me think, are they just reusing this? Like,
No, They're probably cleaning it because it had a piece
I would
of
assume they
plastic
would
over
clean it. Right.
Like just
Probably that hand sanitizer stuff. Just
No, it's
sanitizer.
probably bleach. It's
even
probably what they do.
even then, like that, like the thought of that is just like, ugh. I don't know. Like I mean, it's not like I'm going to use the shit on myself, but I don't know. I don't think I would want to use it.
This is true. Well, you're going to a love hotel, so.
At least they clean the sheets.
Well, I would assume they clean the whole
I
place.
would hope they would clean the sheets.
If they don't, then the person who was there before didn't do a good job.
If I have to turn off the light and put on a UV black light just to see, and it's just like straight up a white sheet, and the sheet's not even white, then
I see.
that's a problem.
I don't know.
I would
think-
never do that. There's some things you just don't need to see.
I
That's
feel like
true.
it's clean. Also, how the hell did they get in there?
Into the
Okay.
love hotel?
They're
As
teenagers.
far
They're
like
15.
as far as I read it, like again, this is just my ignorance. It's kind of like this automated thing to where it's like it's almost no supervision when it comes to like booking it or stuff like that. Like if you're getting service, that's one thing, but it's just like just pay, you pull up, and that's it. That again, this is just in my knowledge. I could be completely wrong about it, but yeah, it seems like you don't really have to, because you think of hotels, you think of you go to the lobby, you talk to the person at the counter or whatever. I don't think it works like that.
Well,
The more you know.
yeah.
There's a little NBC star floating around.
I forgot what else I was gonna say about this. But
Did you like the cosplay?
she's 15. No, I didn't.
EA math.
Oh my god, not the EA math. Jesus. EA, what is the math?
Well, she's very new, the voice actress, so she's very young. So if you take, she's 15, right?
Yes, Marin. Marin is, yes.
Right. Okay, let me do the quick math here because I think the voice actress is 23. So that's 19. You're in the clear.
Oh my god.
Just barely got by.
I feel
I
like
can double check my math before I go to hell. So hold on one second.
you are definitely going down. Why did he mute?
Just like that whole thing. It reminds me of when we were watching the scene yesterday for me, and then we all rejoiced when we found out Haru was 18.
Oh yeah, no, that was great.
I just love how you were like, "We did it!" Okay, so she's 20. The voice actress is 26. So even perfect, it's 20. Perfect. There.
I just don't trust it, EA. I don't trust it. I don't trust your math.
The math is totally fine. It hasn't failed me yet.
Yet.
Until someone voices fucking Lolly and like the voice actress is like 16 or something, then well, I hate lollies, so I guess that never would work. Okay, I'm in the clear.
Sir Sphinx said, I think it has to do with the age of consent. In Japan, the age of consent is 13. That's a misconception.
Is that really?
That's a big misconception because
That's
like
weird.
there's different levels with it. I think it differs from like every like region in Japan, but like how it actually is, because people will say like age of consent is 13, but what it actually is if you're 13 you can have sex, but it like there's like with other 13-year-olds. It's not like you could be a grown man having sex. Like no, that's not allowed. Like
That's what all the lolicons would love.
yeah, like I think that's a big misconception that needs to be cleared up. Because
They don't wanna clear it up.
Yeah. But either way, I don't think love hotels or minors are supposed to have access to it either way. I'm not sure.
Maureen got it.
I don't
on
live
a
in
cheap
Japan.
Deal. She got it. Do you see how much she got it for?
No, they're cheap.
6,000 yen, which
that's $60.
They're
probably a
very
little
cheap.
cheaper because like that's the rough estimate.
That's true.
No, when me and Hollow searched them up and we're looking at them, they were pretty cheap. Like if you were gonna stay there on vacation at Japan, it's just cheaper to live there for like a week or two than it is to get a normal one of those really small.
So that's where we're all
cubes.
going. See, right? We're going to your love hotel.
$50.
I mean,
That's what
yeah.
it cost it.
Probably.
All right, here we go.
I cry.
And apparently with love hotels with Japanese apartments, apparently like there's not an access of baths. So like that's why they have public baths or whatever for people to go open
That
to the
makes
public.
sense. And they're totally like not weirded out by nudity over there.
Yeah, so like that's also like a cool thing about love hotels because they have that too. So love hotel seems like it's the move.
It's the way to go. Let's do this.
We killing or passing love hotels.
Mirai Zora.
Mirai Zora.
I guess it's a pass. All right. Well, moving on to the next anime, I suppose.
You didn't give yours.
I don't need to. Attack on Titan final season.
He's killing it, everybody.
26. What do we think about this episode of Attack on Titan?
What do you think?
Well, eventually, I assume some Jaegerists are going to come in here and yell at us about how Flock and the Jaegerists are now the good guys. There's a Reddit post. I'm going to make a video about this because it was actually ridiculous, but I want to read it here. The title of it said, "They seriously made me root for Flock this episode." That's the title.
Really?
Yes, here's the contents of the post. Here's the reasoning. I didn't like Flock before, but there was no way I was rooting for the Alliance mowing down their own people. I was literally tearing up watching it. This show is trying so... He said, remember, I was literally tearing up watching it. This show is trying... I just can't even. This show is trying so hard to make Eren out to be the villain, but the scouts have never looked more evil to me. Forget their reasons. Forget their motivations. They look straight up evil, with all capitals, this episode. It's like they expected me to be sad when Magath and Shadis died, but I was far more affected watching the Jaegerists get brutally murdered trying to defend their nation and their people. And the fact that the Alliance had the most ridiculous plot armor this episode did not help. Weren't they supposed to be underdogs or something? It didn't look like it even a little bit. Literally sustained essentially 0 casualties.
Well, I mean, 2 people died.
It's so much wrong with that. Like, I don't even know where to begin.
All of it's wrong.
Well, okay, I'll say this. Like, to defend their point about, like, feeling bad about Flock, whatever, I feel like this... Oh, my God,
Oh, my
you're
God,
back.
they're back. Go away.
Fum. Oh, they say something different now.
Yes, hey, I'm waiting on you on... I'm waiting you on 18+ stream.
See that? We talked about age, and then they changed it up.
Okay, so, like, I'll defend their point about, like, feeling bad about Flock just because I feel like what the episode was meant to show you was that the hard decision to kill your friends and that this wasn't necessarily the morally right decision, but what they felt like they had to do. Both
Right.
the Jaegerists and I don't know what you want to. I'll just call them the fucking Avengers because they look like the Avengers that one episode. The Avengers, they feel justified in what they're doing because of
Satsuki, he says in his post, forget their reasons, forget their motivations. So we can't come up with any argument for them.
No. I'm not like I said, I'm not agreeing with him, but I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just being facetious.
I understand feeling a little bad for Flock and the rest of the Jaegerists, because I even felt bad a little just because they were kind of just getting mowed down and dismantled. I will say the anime did mess up on one thing. The anime messed up on one scene with Mikasa where she's like cutting down the Jaegerists, and they have this one scene where like she cuts someone and like she's basically like bathing in their blood and whatnot. That wasn't in the manga. I don't know why they added all that sauce.
It definitely wasn't. They literally had a lot of barbecue sauce. This is true.
Like,
delicious.
That was because I understand you wanted to make it look like more dynamic, like Mikasa's badass. We understand that. But when you do what you did in this episode, it kind of changes the context, because in the frame of what they're doing, they don't want to do this. There isn't hesitation with it, but there is remorse. If that makes sense. Like, there's guilt that comes with these cuts and shots that are flying everywhere. But when you do it like in a way that Mikasa cutting them down, they're bathing in their blood, it gives a bad imagery off. It makes it look like Mikasa's like cutting down monsters, and she's just like on to the next one. Film. Like,
it did look
it's too
like
much. That. It's a little too much. That's like my only complaint when it comes to this episode. Like, it was just crazy. But as far as like the complaint going with like no casualties or whatever, the Survey Corps, and these are the survey, this is the core of the Survey Corps. These are the most battle hardened veterans you have right now. Like, I'm not even talking about Mikasa, John, Connie, you want to throw in Reiner, Annie. These guys have been through shit. Flock is new to this. Flock did his thing, but he still isn't anywhere near those guys when it comes to combat. Like, these guys have been fighting Titans since they were literally 12 years old. Like, they have experience. And not only that, in the Uprising arc, they also had experience with killing other people, because they had to do that to fight Kenny. So they're not underdogs in the sense of like their experience. They're underdogs more so just because not even they're not underdogs at all, but they were handicapped because these are people they don't want to kill. So they kind of had to try to finesse their way into making things happen. They couldn't just brute force their way. I mean, they could have, but they didn't want to. So yeah, like that's the situation. I forgot the other things he brought up, but in my case here.
No, it's just a ridiculous statement to say that they are the underdogs, or to imply that. That just means they weren't either paying attention or they were concern trolling, which is likely the latter. They have the Armor Titan, the Female Titan, the Cart Titan, the Jaw Titan, or the Colossal Titan,
underdogs.
Mikasa, Hanji, Gabby.
Mikasa counts as a Titan.
How are they the underdogs? The people that the person that posted this, obviously, in my opinion, just did not pay attention at all, because they probably didn't want to pay attention. They've probably already read the manga and they're a Jaegerist. Because it's
just being disingenuous to give out their point.
It is. And they're talking about how there's plot armor because they didn't sustain any casualties, and mention how they were trying to make them sad about Shadis and Magath's death, and how Eren is trying to be made out to be the villain so hard. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing, the criticisms that were coming out of this episode. It really, I think, shows to me that the Jaegerists are just out in full force, making those alts.
God, somebody, I me Ray said, yeah, Mikasa did do the Jaegerists dirty though. She didn't have to blow those guys up at the end. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she did that specifically, I'm talking about the bathing in blood thing. I know for sure she did not do that in the manga. And the blowing them up with like their own thunder spears, I don't think she did that either. So like,
They just added that for the anime.
yeah, like, yeah, that was no, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, there's going to be probably more of these throughout the week and next week.
Well, not next week.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, in April for the last episode.
Can you believe that? I mean, I would rather them make something great instead of rushing it, but even then, I don't feel like it's going to be the last episode. That's the part that annoys me the most.
I feel like, I mean, like if it does turn into the movie where they adapt the rest, it could be a great movie.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I think the movie's going to be good.
yeah, like thinking about like the starting point of it, I can already imagine it. It would be epic.
I want to do a video about it. Well, I don't know if I should because it's so that chapter they haven't adapted yet is such a great starting. Just it's a great first 20 minutes of the movie. It's so good.
I want to like pick your brain on what you're talking about exactly. Can you message me on what you're talking about?
The ice cream.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Boats and arrows, as they say.
Yeah.
Code words.
Yeah.
He is like, what the fuck? Ice cream?
Yeah, ice cream.
Hyoka.
But that's a good show. But yeah, I thought this was a great episode. I thought.
Whoa.
What?
Sorry, EA. Somebody said in the chat, fascism sometimes makes sense.
I just gotta laugh.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Block?
Let's hold on. Let me type in the word fascism.
You didn't even spell fascism right.
Come on, fascism. Thank you. Fascism is a system of government led by a dictator who typically rules by forceful and often violently surprising opposition and criticism, controlling all industry and commerce, and promoting nationalism and often racism.
Oh, I was going to say that sounds like me into the last part.
What the fuck?
But
my role in my server is literally dictator.
Oh,
well,
okay.
But anyway, so no, fascism. I wouldn't say no. Definitely not fascism. Like maybe if it comes to making certain choices, but no, not fascism. Anyway, like I was saying, with this particular episode, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was definitely, even though it wasn't really shown, because I feel the same way. It wasn't kind of really shown as much in the anime, like the hard choice. They mowed down their friends like nothing. It seemed like they were just like, yeah, we're just killing these people. Like I feel like when it came to Connie and his absolute just hate of himself, just like shooting his friend and just screaming out in pain, like that was more like a better example. But then you had it here and there, like the few tough decisions and whatnot. But for the most part, it was just, yeah, they were just killing them all. But that's like a little nitpicky thing. Other than that, awesome fighting scenes. You had the sacrifice of the two old the two old dogs, the old guards, whatever you want to call them, and they're just kind of giving their life because they got nothing else to give, and they just gave them that extra chance. Which I kind of like that scene after the credits where it was, I think Hanji was talking to Annie about how they gave their lives to kind of like, even though those towns and cities and worlds are probably destroyed, they gave that extra time to kind of like give them that chance to stop Eren. We even saw Annie in this show kind of, I don't know, like give up in a way where she's just like, there's no point for me to stop all of this now. And that, that was kind of sad. That was crushing, just because she was doing this all for her father, and now her father is probably dead. Because I guess depending on the time, they won't be able to get there in time. Which is, I guess that just goes to show that even though they know that their other people cities are gone, they're still wanting to stop them. Before any other cities suffer that fate. So
I want
interesting.
like when you talked about like how we got like a lack of like remorse from characters as they're like killing everybody. I think that's somewhat justified because like it's heat of the battle. Like with Armin and Connie, they had the opportunity, or at least it was depicted to us in that way because that was the negotiation of the whole scenario. It was like, we're going to try to, like I said, try to finesse this situation, try to just like basically steal the boat, whatever, get out of this thing without bloodshed. So we got to see the conflicts that they had internally, but like when the battle started, it's just like it's kill or be killed at this point.
Right.
And specifically with Mikasa, this justifies like her quick intent with it, because if you remember in season 2 of Attack on Titan, the context of this is when Ymir is with Reiner and Bertholdt, like she's joined their side essentially to capture Eren and bring him over to Marley, and the rest of the Survey Corps are trying to get back Eren. And Mikasa has that one scene to where like she's looking at Bertholdt like through Reiner's fingers because he's protecting him. And Historia tries to protect Ymir from Mikasa because Mikasa's just like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill Ymir. And she says something that I think like represents her character, like especially in this moment. She says, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, she basically says, there's only so many people I can care about. Like, there's only so much room left in my heart. I chose those people years ago. Obviously referencing Armin and especially Eren.
Yeah.
Like, that's her whole thing. She has people, she has friends, but in her mind, if you threaten, like, if you threaten her being with those people, like you're done. That's it. Like her resolve has already been set in stone years ago. Like I said, this happened in season 2 when she was 15 years old or something like that. So she was already gung ho about like yeah, Armin, Eren, those are the only people I care about. Everybody else, that's it.
Yeah, no, that was in season 3 when they had to choose between Armin and Erwin. Mikasa literally pinned down Levi to try to get the serum. Like, she's loyal to the end for Eren, Ere, and Armin. Aramin.
But then that raises the big question: can she do what she wants to do, or what she fears to do, I guess, like to stop Eren?
That is the question.
Like, that's the big question. And the crazy thing, speaking of that, freaking Annie brought that up, and she didn't even care about stopping Eren anymore. After she found out that, her home might be gone. Like, she's like, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, she's definitely... This is kind of like a form of... This is what people do. Or this is a variation of this reaction she's having, is what people do when you lose somebody like very close, like a family member or something, where you have no energy, you just no care about anything. It's just all reason and purpose and motivation leaves you, and that was her motivation. Her motivation was going back to see her father. So poor girl. Poor girl.
I'm gonna throw out an idea that's been kind of like sinking in my head for a while, and I want to know y'all's reactions to it.
Ooh.
So, pretty much, and this is, I guess, speaking for myself, Aaron made this ultimate decision to basically just do the rumbling.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never done it, but in his mind, he believes what he's doing is right. And this is something that he is pretty much going to stick to because that's who Aaron is. That's his resolve.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that it's very crazy and it's very kind of like I feel like in a way, if Aaron hadn't done the rumbling, there wouldn't be this whole people coming together to stop him, even though they have their differences, they have their year-long hate for each other, what have you. So I guess my question to you is, is Aaron's doing of the rumbling the way to bring peace? Not because of the killing of everybody, but because of how crazy and insane the plan is and how he's willing to destroy everything to preserve that. Like, I feel like that's been kind of like in my brain where I'm just like, even though he's doing it for different reasons, they still came together and let's just say hypothetically they stop him. They're not going to go, I don't see them going back to hating each other after this, you know what I mean? I think that will kind of like put an end to everything. So it's almost as if Aaron kind of put this all into motion, and maybe that was his whole purpose the whole time.
I would have to ask you, what is your definition of peace? How long does peace last for it to be peace?
Right, exactly. Well, I guess everlasting, but nothing's ever everlasting. So, I mean,
yeah, and that's kind of the dilemma with it. I think the episode said it itself too. I'm not going to remember what it said, but it basically like summed up what we were saying in previous podcasts, that basically like war is everlasting. It's something that can never be eradicated because we as people, we are going to divide ourselves in some way, shape, or form. And what we've seen with the beginning stages of Attack on Titan is just literally Titans versus humans. And then it became something to where it's like humans versus humans in a way of their ideology. And it became like country versus country. And now again, it kind of goes back to the ideology versus ideology in a more extreme way. It doesn't matter like what divides you. It could be class, it could be race, it could be status, it could be anything. That is going to incite violence in one way, shape, or form. Like that's the history of mankind.
Yep.
That's not, that's not speculation. Is going to happen some way, shape, or form. So that's the interesting thing with the Aaron's perspective, and I guess by extension the Jaeger's perspective. It's kind of like it feels like a choice they have to make, but it's opening Pandora's box. You make this choice, you forever change the course of history. And like, is it right for you to decide or to judge whether all these people should live or die? Because you're like stomping on everybody, but there's a lot of people that are, I mean, like majority, not even a lot of people, majority of these people aren't going to be the ones making the decision on military and who invades part of this island, because that's what they're worried about. So like that's the cost of it. He's doing this to protect part of this island, but does that guarantee that part of this island will never have war? We seen it among them before we even knew Marley was a thing.
Right. Crazy. But I just thought that was very interesting, where it's like, maybe there's no clear cut like right answers to like what could have been done to have stopped the war from coming to Paradis. So it's just like one of those things where it's like whether you hate him or like him, Aaron is ultimately going to shape what's going to happen in the future for years to come.
Yeah. I kind of like those things where it doesn't have an answer, but it kind of it forces you to make a decision on what it is. Like it doesn't just tell you like this is what it is. Like no, like you got to think about what you think is right on this one.
I love that. It's like the ending to Inception. The top keeps spinning. Is he dreaming or is it the real world? It's just left up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Wish some people would get that. So, I guess my question for you, EA, then, is, with all these mentions of Titan, do you think we're going to get Titan?
Oh my god.
No, and no. That's a different show altogether.
Well, she survived at the end of Tact OP Destiny. And it's also a Mappa show.
This is all very true. But that show sucked.
I mean, maybe we don't know if Isayama is a Jaegerist himself. Is he flock-pilled? Probably.
Oh my god.
And if he's
flock-pilled?
Somebody called me that on Twitter. Somebody said that. Somebody told me I was flock-pilled.
Oh my god.
That's a word. Flock-pilled.
It's
the fuck?
Hey, man. AOT people.
Now, would that be blue-pilled or red-pilled?
Like, kind of a clayish pill color. Whatever the color of his hair is.
Isn't it red? And also, isn't Flock dead? Frickin' Gabby came through with the on the line again.
Gabby
did it again.
Yeah, she's the best.
I want to comment on something that Ray said in season 1, episode 11. Aaron had a conversation with Pitsis and quoted someone that basically said, "We need a bigger enemy to get people to unite," but Aaron and Pitsis didn't believe this. Yeah, like the whole theme of war being an everlasting thing has been prevalent throughout Attack on Titan. I don't know where this happened. I'm pretty sure it happened somewhere in season 1. Early in Attack on Titan, at least. Erwin said, this is a direct quote from him. He said, "Humanity will never stop fighting itself until it shrinks to a size of one or fewer." Why is that? If you have 2 people, guess what? They're going to have differences. That's all it takes. That's literally all it takes. Dead pill.
Oh yeah, he deader than dead now.
I was gonna say, well, he'd probably be dead. He sank. I can't imagine him climbing back on the boat, pulling a zombie and just like trying to murder everybody. But then again, maybe he does. Maybe he's one of those like, I will protect Aaron.
How do you feel about Flock? Yeah, as a character.
He's loyal to a fault. I'll give him that. For somebody, because I remember in those other seasons, he was a complete and total coward, and I hated him. But then, as the seasons went by and the years went on, he grew into kind of a douchebag. And I mean, yeah, he's a douchebag. Yeah, he's a scum of the world or whatever. But like I said, he's loyal. Like if there's somebody who you would trust to never leave you, it would be Flock. So I give him that. But other than that, he got what he deserved.
Yeah, I mean the guy has so many allusions to, well,
he's very high on himself.
The most evilest guy to ever exist, Hitler.
Or
So
maybe he's very high on Aaron. He's like, Aaron will lead us to the
Ed.
promised land. Aaron will make all of us sane and whole and whatever.
I find it interesting that like when we saw him in season 3, we didn't think much of him, right? Because he was just some, random guy charging with Irwin.
Who was this coward?
But even then, his ideology was put on display and it's remained consistent. Because what he said then, when the whole decision was happening between do we save Irwin or do we save Armin, he was on the side of we got to save Irwin. And his thought process behind that was we need the devil himself to take out all the Titans. And he was like basically saying like I'm going to be that person that preserves him, whatever. He was thinking of Irwin in that way because Irwin was the one who would have the gall, the guts, the courage to send a ton of people to die just for the sake of humanity. And people will call him the devil because of those reasons. And in the same way that our target changed in Attack on Titan, his perception of who the devil was changed or shifted from Irwin to Aaron, and his target shifted too, because instead of thinking we got to get rid of Titans beyond the walls, now we got to take out humanity beyond the walls. So yeah, he's pretty much stayed consistent with the cause. And he was about to pretty much give his life just to sink that ship. So, like, because when I first saw Flock and what he was doing, when I was reading this, I thought like he was on a power trip, and for sure he is. He still is on a power trip, but I thought that was all there was to him. Like he was just, he was taking advantage of the moment, but he wholeheartedly believes in this. Like this is not a gimmick.
Well, him surviving the charge is one of the many allusions to Adolf Hitler, because there's that unconfirmed report from like a long time ago, and I think in like World War I or something like that, where a soldier was reported to have spared a man, like during some kind of bombardment or attack or something. And a lot of people believe that to be Hitler, and and he was like one of the only survivors of that attack, which is very much they did the same thing with Flock.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would give you like this kind of mentality that you're chosen. That whole thing kind of gives you that God complex.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sassy, let's talk about your God complex.
I don't have one. I'm humble. I'm a humble motherfucker with a big dick.
That answers that.
You gotta watch The Wire. See? Damn. You would get it.
Well, you gotta read Suck a Dick.
I'm not reading Suck a Dick.
There is no suck dick. If
It's
anything, it's suck dick. But it's not.
People who missed out on that on our chat on Marin are gonna not know what we just said.
Well, they'll interpret it differently.
Very differently, maybe a little bit too literally. So Shadis and Magath, they is almost like the meeting of the minds of the old men that are too old for this shit.
Our former commanders.
The Danny Glovers of the world.
Yeah, there are two of them. Their conversation boils down to, what's your name? Magath. Magath, I'm too old for this shit. Oh, well, what's your name? Shadis. Oh, Shadis, I'm too old for this shit. You want to blow this thing up?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Badass death, though. So fucking cool.
Yeah, well, they went out with a bang, literally.
I will say, just a little, I thought I was done with the critiques, but this is I don't know. I feel like that situation could possibly have been resolved if they were to just take lift thunder spears off the dead bodies of some people. Like they wouldn't even have to bother with having them do what they did in this episode. But I mean, like either way, like still cool death. But I feel like that situation could have been resolved in a better way. But then again, they were kind of depleted. Like Peak had to get in a fight with Falco because he was being an idiot.
He was being a jerk.
He lost his mind. What do you mean?
Stupid idiot.
Yeah, but she told him specifically, your first transformation is going to be shit. Don't do this. And he said, fuck it. I want to be like Porco, the guy who died. What?
He didn't even really add anything to the fight, to be honest.
Well, he didn't. But it was necessary. It was necessary that he do it there. But
just to show us how cool his transformation was.
No, because if they're going to use Falco again, you can't have him transform at a very opportune time and he loses his mind. And then they really can't do anything about it. So at least they did it there. But, so does that mean, okay, so let's say if what Aaron said was true about them inheriting the feelings of others, does that mean Falco likes Peak?
Ew.
I don't like this. I don't like this timeline.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
What?
Isn't it like a 12-year-old boy loving on someone who's like 20-something?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That would be wrong if it was reversed.
Okay. Oh, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay, it's a child having a crush on an adult. It's fine. But
what if she reciprocates?
Yeah, that's an issue. That's a big problem.
Do you have to do a background check on Peak real quick? I mean, I don't think she'd go for it, but
she likes being on all fours, so I mean,
just cool. Trust me.
No, Peak is great. We love Peak here.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean? Would? Oh no! Would Aaron have feelings for his mom?
I mean, if we're wait. No.
See, like they say that whole like inheriting the feelings things. I don't know like how true that is because the reason why that was stated or whatever because of Armin taking over the Colossal Titan.
It's obviously a lie, but it's just
but that's like a serious thing within the fandom, and I'm like, I feel like Armin already liked Annie.
Oh no, he did. He did. If you go back and read those chapters or watch those episodes, they liked each other. Both of them did. Because there was that whole thing where Annie was like, I don't know why I didn't kill you back there, Armin, but I guess now things have changed, and then she transforms and fights Eren in Stoas district. So, and then Armin as well. It's vice versa. Same thing.
Yeah, it's Annie. I get it, Armin.
Yeah, it's the nose. It's always the nose.
The nose of love.
Yep. She sniffed Armin out miles away and said, "That's my man right there, Armin. Aramin."
Aramin. The fuck?
Do we find another succubus on this podcast?
That was Annie sniffing out Armin.
Oh no, yeah. Do you think Annie just chooses not to, like, maybe the nose is so powerful that she decides to not breathe, so she doesn't activate its powers?
Oh no, she uses it to suck out all the air in whatever area you're in, and then people die around her.
Oh, that's a good point, EA. I love this headcanon, EA. This is great. We're so smart.
We are fantastic.
I just thought about that because, like, if we were to apply the whole feelings carry over thing from Titan user to Titan shifter to Titan shifter. Remember, the race family kept their Titans within the family. So that would open a rabbit hole for bad things.
Can we not bring up that aspect about it? I like Frida.
Okay.
Freedom isn't free.
Wow.
There was something else I wanted to mention. Oh, respect Auntie Peak. Respect Auntie Peak.
This is true.
I like how she takes care of the kids.
Yeah. She's definitely, hopefully she's not going to be like an Aunt Current type.
No.
I mean,
I'll see to it that it doesn't happen.
She's already part animal. She's gonna have cats with her and join them.
I mean, how many years does she has left?
Oh, right. She's gonna die anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Like 4? Right.
Well,
4, 5?
Give her the 4 best years of her life, Satsuki.
I will.
Decrepit Storm says Zeke seemed like he kind of liked Frida, who he's distantly related to.
I don't even want to say anything about that. I don't know what to say to that.
Does Attack on Titan take place in Alabama?
Maybe.
I don't remember there being Titans in Alabama. But
that was the other thing. I like how when Gabby shoots people, she always looks like she doesn't want to do it. I don't know. That facial expression she makes when she shoots people is the funniest thing ever.
It's like, yeah.
She looks surprised that she did it.
Right, yeah. I think that says a lot about Gabby's character too, how young she is. That's the thing. They always make sure to display how young Gabby is and how much fucked up shit she's doing.
That is the cost of war.
Yup.
It's a shonen series, but it really shows you the horror of, what's going on.
It shows you the horror.
Did you just call me Satsuki?
What do you show? Where's the whore?
Huh? What? I mean, if there's any horrors here, we can go to Japan, get a love hotel, and
my god,
there's some whores in this house.
There's some whores in this.
What the fuck is happening?
Certified freak, 7 days a week.
Meet me at the hotel room.
And meet
me at the hotel room.
Dale.
Forget about your boyfriend and meet me at the hotel room. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, me too. Pitbull style, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide.
Give me the green light. All right, nobody knows that one.
Give me the green light. Give me just one night. I'm ready to go, right?
All right, what are we, anything else say about this episode of AOT?
No, not me, except I'm ready to go right
now.
I'm ready to go right now.
We can go all night. Give me the green light. I'm ready to pass this show.
And I am ready to pass it as well.
I guess I'm passing it too.
All
right, EA, where can they find you?
You can find me over down yonder. Way down yonder. I forget the words to that song, but anyway. Yeah, you can find me over at Everything Animated. I keep coming with the hits, such as SeaTactics Confession, and a couple of videos here and there. Cool stuff, but haven't made anything in a while. I think I might have to make something here pretty soon. And I think it's going to be fantastic, and everyone will love it. And it will be so grand, and nobody will ever suspect anything bad. Good show. So, you can follow me there. I don't do, well, I get on Twitter every once in a while, usually just to follow these guys because they're my friends. I love them. I love you too, man. And, Twitch. Maybe coming back? Maybe? I might have to see what's happening, but follow me there.
Satsuki, where can I find you?
Listen, first and foremost, you can find me on Satsuki the Savage YouTube channel. I'm feeling really good about the place I'm at in terms of videos. I got some things lined up, put some things out already. Watamote review. Oh, I can't say review no more because they call that clickbaiting. Watamote thoughts and opinions.
EHOT.
You should just call it review.
What?
Just like
What does that mean?
At the end, give a review of your review, and just keep
No.
it going.
No, I can't put review in the title. See, that's clickbait. It's
Gucci
Watamote.
again.
It's Watamote thoughts. Okay.
Well, Brandon reviews. Every single one of his videos are reviews. You can do it.
No.
Brandon's
No.
been doing it for 3-4 years.
Listen, I just want people to run out of things to complain about. So I
say
will
give them more to
accommodate
complain
where
about.
it's
That's more
needed.
comments.
I mean, we're getting there already. We complain about everything. Might as well complain about the stuff that's already supposed to be not offensive.
You know what?
I hate his hair.
You know what, EA? I'm gonna complain about that on my
I'm
blog.
gonna complain about the fact that you complain a lot.
You know what?
You're
You're
canceled.
gonna make me complain.
Oh.
Here.
Congratulations on 50,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, congrats.
Oh well, thank
Snaps.
you. It's
And warm kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Mwah,
all right,
baby.
Satsuki. All right, Satsuki, where can I find you?
Besides that, Twitch, I recently, not that I just created this, but I'm recently posted on Twitch. It's just Pokemon Legends Arceus. Pretty fun game so far. Different format from Pokemon because I'm used to the format that
The turn-based
Resisted.
style.
yeah resisted between Gen 1 through 5. There's been some shakeups there, but it's pretty much been the same things. But now we get like this RPG open world type of thing. It's pretty cool. So follow me there. Get the raw uncut video. Yeah.
Well, as for me, got some videos coming out this week. Wednesday, we got a video on Hichu. And then probably Friday, gonna have a video on that Reddit post I found because it is a lot to break down in that post. Yeah. And well, I'm moving this week and next week, so if those videos don't happen, then it's because I'm moving this week and next week. So, yeah.
Moving on up to the east side.
We're going to the Sea Hotel.
It's a much bigger house, so more room. It's definitely a big upgrade for us. So
More
we're all very happy
Deluxe
about it.
apartment in the sky.
Well, have a thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night and good week. Bye bye.
Johnny?
Later, y'all.